with "Are you reading closely and looking?" Circle the question mark and go all the way back to the beginning of the sentence. It says, which equation can be used to find the number of scooters in each row? Let's cross out the R and view, and now let's read the details. It says, there are a total of 42 scooters in 6 rows at Academy. There are the same number of scooters in each row. Let's cross out the R and let's circle some clues. So in the question, they want to know about which equation, which one of these number sentences, that's what equation means, can be used to find the number of scooters in each row. If you don't know what a scooter is, any one of these can be considered a scooter. It's just something that you can ride on that takes you from one place to another place, or it's something that you can just ride on for fun. So they were putting scooters in rows. Remember that a row goes from side to side. Row. Okay, so I'm just going to make a little symbol that can help remind me that a row goes like that. What can I circle in the details? Well, I know that there are a total of 42 scooters, so 42 of these, and I know that they're in 6 rows at Academy. And Academy is just a place where you can buy scooters. It's a store. Here it says there are the same number of scooters in each row. So now that I have that circled, you can go ahead and cross off the C and the L because I've already labeled. And what time is it? Well, it's 4-step time. 3-step time, I mean. We need some room down here, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And what should I do first? I'm going to do my main idea first. So it's going to say which equation can find the number of scooters. I know that looks like a 5, but it's really an X. So now that I have that, let's go over the things that I know. What do I know? Well, let's go over everything that we circled. So I know there's a total of 42 scooters. I know that there are 6 rows going from side to side. And I know that there are the same number of scooters in each row. I need to figure out how many scooters are in each row. So now that I've gone through the things that I know, how can I represent that in a strip diagram? Well, we can start out by asking who the problem is about. I know that the scooters are at Academy and that Academy is selling their scooters. I can make my bar. I know that there are a total of 42 scooters and the total number goes at the top. So I'm going to make my 42 go here at the top. All of these are my scooters. I know that the scooters go in 6 rows. So I'm going to make each group be a row. I'm going to make 6 groups because there are 6 rows. That's our first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that there are 6 rows. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. And I know that there are the same number of scooters in each row. But right now, I don't know how many scooters or what the same number of scooters that are in each row is. So I'm going to put a question mark. So now that I have my strip diagram finished, I can go ahead and try and match it up with something on my action poster. I notice that there are a lot of question marks down here, and I notice that the only thing I know really is the total number at the top, and that the total number has to be shared into all of these groups. So that's a big clue. If you look at your action poster, it matches up with share a set equally because we have our total number and we're sharing. We need to figure out how many go inside of each group. We already know how many groups we have. Here we have 6 groups. Share set equally, the operation for that is division. So I'm going to write my division sign off to the side to help remind me that I need to divide. Now that I know what I need to do, let's write our division number sentence. We're sharing from 42, so I need to start from our total of 42. We have a total of 42, and we're sharing that equally into how many groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. A total of 42 scooters shared equally into 6 groups is going to equal our quotient. Now we can divide to solve the answer to this problem, and we can look at our answer choices, but I'm getting a little confused because there's no division in any of our answer choices. So that means that we need to do something easier. What's easier than division? Well, multiplication. If you guys go ahead and take a look at the paper that's on top of our board, you will notice that the opposite of division is multiplication. So we can rewrite this as a multiplication number sentence. So I'm just going to write a multiplication symbol right under the division sign. I'm going to write the equal sign. And now I have to look at another anchor chart to help me figure out where the numbers need to go. We need to look at the how to find the total anchor chart. So we had the division number sentence. When you divide, you share from the total, and that's why the total went in the beginning. But when you multiply, the answer is your total. So our total has to be our answer. That means that 6 times our quotient times something equals 42. And to figure out what that missing number is, we can sing our 6 song. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. So we have 7 fingers, and that's our missing number. That's our missing quotient. Where does that 7 go in our strip? Well, it goes in here. There are 7 in each row. There are 7 in each group. And now we can try and find this number sentence in our answer choices. 6 times 7. Well, this one says subtraction. I can go ahead and cross this one off. This one says addition. I didn't add at all. These two say multiplication, but none of them says 6 times 7. So I'm going to flip-flop the 6 and the 7. Yes, 6 times 7 equals 42, but did you know that 7 times 6 also equals 42? I'm going to write 7 times 6 equals 42 off to the side. All I did was flip-flop those numbers. I'm going to see if I can find that over here. And yeah, we could find it. It's right here at C.